Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Waves theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one counter over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 30-minute time frame and looking at the counts starting from around the 23k. Let's give it that. Since then, we've had this counts. Again, higher time frame, this was the wave B, and looking for C wave coming down as a diagonal, as we had this first wave structure as a three-way structure. The main count still is this one, in which we have a WXY into wave 2, and now we would be looking for this as an A, B, and C coming down. We've already retraced quite a bit for this B wave, so we have to be considering the other options, what we've got here. So still, if we want to be thinking that, okay, we are coming down, we would be looking for anything around the 17.4k to around 17k area. If we go beyond that and get all the way around to the 16.7k area, then we might be looking into something else again, as that would be very much of a large retracement or extension of that move here. So anything between the 1-to-1 to 1.382 would be the ideal area. Now, that is still the primary, as I mentioned, and within this primary I've labeled this as a WXY in here. So three-way structure into W, three ways into X, very short retracement for the X wave here, but I think we did just tag the 38.2 here. Yeah, we did. So that is fine, and then another three-way structure like so. This one I don't think hit the 0.618 though, so I actually did just barely. Okay, so that is again valid. The only concern I have at the moment is that this structure here does not really seem impulsive to the downside. Of course, it is possible that we are creating some kind of diagonal in here before we just dump down, but of course it is possible that we are just creating some kind of consolidating pattern before going up. And now I wanted to again mention the other possibility. Still, this is the primary count, but once this gets breached, this is no longer valid. So we have to be acknowledging that as a possibility and be preparing for that as well, just in case it breaks. So the clearest structure here again to me is this five-way structure coming down. It looks very good in my opinion. Now, what can be part of that structure is the best thing for me, I think, is this three-way structure that we had here on smaller time frame. It is very much similar size than that, and we can apply this three-way structure into it. So we would be creating that running flat structure in here. Running flat because we did not take out the end of A wave here. Now, what can we be applying this to? So I think this looks very good as a three-way structure, and if we have this as a three-way structure as well, we would be most likely looking for upward move here to match this first structure over here. So what we would be looking for, actually let me just remove that. We would be looking for something like this here. And 1-to-1 again would be just taking out these highs here. And that would be invalidating the other count here. So instead of wave 2 being up at these highs, we would be having the wave 2 up here later on. And again, that would be the only differentiation, is that we could be still running the same count, but wave 2 would be here. Now, that is starting to be a bit wonky looking, at least to me, just because the time element here is going to be very stretched. Wave 2 is already so much larger than the wave B, which is again higher time frame and is corrective, should be corrective pattern. So we might need to be applying this structure if that high breaks into something else, some other possibilities that we have here on other time frames or other counts that we have here. So that has to be kept in mind. But again, as I mentioned, this is still my primary going downwards, and I still have my short from here. I had a short from here. As I mentioned, that starter position I took 50% out at these lows, and I'm still in that short, and I added up in here golden pocket, and we had this three-way structure coming up. So that was pretty good looking. But yeah, we'll see how this turns out, this structure over here on a very local time frame, and whether it dumps or not. But again, that is pretty much all I want to share on Bitcoin at this very moment. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.